Welcome everybody to Trades of the Week with myself, Marcus de Maria, and we have Keith Sullivan here today talking about what has happened in the market. The markets have plummeted. I'm not just talking about the stocks, I'm also talking about cryptos. So we're going to discuss what we're doing about it, and I hope that you can use us as a springboard to do your own research. So let's get started. So Keith, what is happening, especially with the Buffalo? I am sure, because we've been short, right? Well, we've been long and short because we're always hedging.
Always.
And when the market now goes down, this is when we make money. So come on.
Perfect. So as Marcus said, we have been long and short, but our short positions have played out very, very well. So we've got TMCI. We've actually now locked in 2% after the nice bearish move over the last few days.
So hold on, just to be clear then. So when he's talking about locking in, it doesn't mean we've come out, right? That's the difference.
No.
So as it's going down, we now move down our stop loss. We're still in the position. So, but if it goes back up and takes us out, then we definitely have a 2% gain on our entire portfolio. Okay, but now we're even further. So we're probably at around 3% or 2.75%. We're hoping that it's going to go a little bit. Well, not hoping. This is a strategy. There's no hoping, Keith.
There's no emotions. No emotions.
No emotions.
And the good thing about this is we are, as you'd like to say, we're milking the cow, not killing the cow. So we're allowing our profits to run.
Hi, I just want to interrupt this video very quickly to let you know something very exciting, and that is we are hiring. That's right, we are looking for some really enthusiastic sales professionals. Now I'm going to read this out here, obviously to join our team. So if this is at all of interest, then please join us on May the 18th, the link will be below, at 1 p.m. UK time to get insights into investment mastery, the remuneration, the locations, the role, how our training is structured, and further career progression. So if you're the kind of person who really likes to help people, empower people, and to help us achieve our mission, which is to help as many people around the world achieve financial freedom for themselves and their families, then please do get in touch. The link is coming up any second now. So again, if you are an enthusiastic sales professional, then come and join us on our live career webinar,
which is a golden rule of trading. Now, the next one is Airbnb. Once again, a nice bearish move over the last few days. So we've now locked in 3% profit for this one.
So again, you're not going to see that in the results yet because we've locked it in. It doesn't mean we're out yet. Okay,
yeah,
very good.
and hopefully it will go down a bit further. MBI, which was one of our long positions, we went up into 1% profit, put our stop loss at break even, and now we've been triggered out.
We do that, we go into break even so that once we're in profit, we never go into a loss.
Correct. So we've had no loss there. TWI, this was a nice long position, and we've actually been now taken out at 3% profit over the last few days before the market did reverse.
Okay, very nice.
So we've now taken that profit. So this time we have killed the cow. MTDR.
Sold the cow would be nicer.
Oh, sold the cow. MTDR, we were 1% in profit, moved our stop loss to break even, so minimized zero risk in the trade, and we have now been triggered out at break even. And the last one is NABL, and this was for us no trade because it did break through the level of resistance. So we did cancel that position, and just our luck, it has gone down, but this is why we're hedged, right? Some trades don't play out, some do play out. We lock in profits, we don't lock in profits. Overall,
absolutely. Go back to the one previously because I just want to show you something. So, for example, some people might say, well, why didn't you get out right there? Well, first of all, we don't know that it's going to, I know we're good, right? But people don't know that it's going to go back down. But also, if we would have gotten out here, then we would never get the big moves up. And that is why we rate when we're long, i.e. we buy, we raise our stop loss. There's certain rules that we have to do that, to let our profits run, which of course is one of the 2 golden rules of trading and investing. Let your profits run as long as possible. Okay, so do we have any other ones to cover? Otherwise, some news in the markets maybe?
Yeah, so we've got a couple of new ones, but let's go a bit into the news in the market. And we will start with the stock side. So as you can see right now, we are sitting at extreme
What is
fear.
this, Keith? Look at this.
Oh.
Did you mean for that to happen?
No.
I'm sure you've already downloaded your copy of the Lunchtime Trader. It's a really good book. You should really read it. No, I'm being serious. It is 21 years of my experience in there, so you should. I'm sure you've already got it, so that's fine.
That's it. So we're in extreme fear in the stock market, and we have seen bearish moves in our major indices, the US 30, the US 100. Now, our US 30, our NASDAQ, so the 30 largest companies, that dropped on Thursday. They called it Black Thursday, and that dropped nearly 1,000 points.
Why do they call it Black Thursday?
I don't know why, but it's because when you have an extreme move in the market and people lose a lot of money, they like to call it black and then whatever day it was.
But that's so stupid, because if you think about it, right? So Black Thursday. So if it happens again in the future, they're going to go what? Black Thursday the second time? Black Thursday part 2?
Part 2,
it
part
doesn't.
3.
Why?
It doesn't link in, but so with the 30 largest companies, that dropped nearly 1,000 points, so a couple of percent there. And we also had our NASDAQ, our tech companies, drop around 5%. And these are some of the largest moves that we've seen since 2020, the COVID pandemic. Now, a lot of people going, but Keith, why is this happening? There's a couple of factors that are playing part. Obviously, we've got inflation, we've got increase in interest rates. They actually increased it by 50 base points, but it didn't meet expectations. People thought it would actually increase higher than that. And then the other 2 points.
So that was better for the markets then, actually, because when you hike up interest rates, that generally speaking is bad for the stock market. So that was a good thing. However, there were other things going on.
Correct. So they were talking about the tension in the Ukraine and Russia war.
The tension. There's a little bit of tension. They're killing each other. Keith, there's war. It's not tension.
So the increase or escalating war in Ukraine and Russia, that's playing another bit of a part with the overall market. So there's more fear coming there. But one of the biggest things is actually the COVID lockdowns that are happening once again in China. And that's limiting supply into America. Now, limiting supply means there is a high demand, limiting supply, and they can't generate enough money business-wise. Okay, so it could affect the economy longer term if this carries on. And all of that together has caused fear into the market. And if we have a look, our US 30, I always like to look at the US 30 because the 30 largest companies really dictates where the market is going.
The Dow Jones.
The Dow Jones. So as you can see here with the US 30, we had a nice level of demand, meaning people were willing to buy at this price, and it has now broken lower. So what does that mean for us? If it breaks lower, so we could be seeing it breaking down to around 30,000 for the index. That means a lot of the blue chip companies could have further pushes down, which is great for our VCA opportunities, but you just need to be aware if you start seeing the market fall, don't get scared. The strategies are there for you. We know that these type of moves happen in the market, and we just got to take advantage. So we buy as the market falls and we sell as the market rises. So
and it's not easy.
No.
Very simple to do, but it's not easy because, of course, one has emotions when it has, money is involved. And that's why I never look at the money. I always look at percentages. Actually, when I was an intraday trader, and so on my account, it was modular, meaning that you could move things around on the screen. And so I had percentages, and next to it I had the money. And it affected me. So what I did is I took it off screen. So I could never see the gains or the losses. I got emotional with both. It was just percentages, and that made me less emotional. Then I followed the rules a little bit better.
That's a great
Do
point.
you think we're oversold?
So right now...
Is this a great opportunity, Keith?
It is a great opportunity to buy. There is really good, strong blue chip companies that are down 20, 30%. Would I say this is oversold? I still think we could push a bit lower. And with that, it's another good opportunity for us to carry on.
Spoken like a real trader. Could either do this or do that. Okay, so what, but you said a good blue chip. Do we have an example of one that we might be looking at for this? I mean, do we have one, for example, that we can do a Buffalo one?
Yeah, of course. So in regards to Buffalo, we have two opportunities. So we have PRA, and with PRA, we are seeing a nice level of support that has been formed since October last year. We are currently sitting on a level of support, and we've seen a couple of days of buying, which is good because it's going against what the overall market is doing. So this could now be a reversal on the upside.
So we're going to stop order to get in, always allow the market to get you in. We've got a stop loss. We've got a nice risk-reward ratio
Correct.
of 1, 2, 3. Okay?
Correct. And then the other one that we're looking at, once again, it is another long position because all of our short positions have played out.
Yes.
And this is Costco.
So I remember getting into this one. We did well on that one.
We did well with Costco, and we've had our support level since October. And once again, we're seeing a nice little green candle. We have our stop order just above that. So if the market does recover and bounce, which we would expect to see some sort of recovery, we would be in this trade and start looking at taking profits.
Very, very good. So let's see how those play out. Now we're going to move towards cryptos, where we're hurting a little bit. No emotion, Keith, please. But yeah, there have been some big drops. So let's discuss that. Why has it dropped so much, Keith?
Perfect. So in regards to crypto, one of the major bits of news that's caused this type of drop is all about Terra Luna and their stablecoin UST. I'm not sure if you heard about this, but...
You're talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure I heard about that.
I'm pretty sure you did. But no, Terra Luna, the UST, basically it's a stablecoin which is pegged against the dollar. So every one stablecoin equals $1. Now that actually unpegged because Terra Luna didn't have enough cash reserves. So what Terra Luna had to do to repeg this against the dollar is they sold all of their Bitcoin, okay, which then caused Bitcoin to drop. With Bitcoin dropping, that caused Ethereum to drop. And then with Ethereum dropping, all the other altcoins to drop, and that's where we've seen the downturn in the market. Now,
and also, you know, Bitcoin has been a little bit weak recently. Like if it was really strong, it might not have been so bad. But there's a lot of weakness, there's a lot of fear, a lot of new people coming in that haven't been involved in 2018, 2019. So they've not really experienced this before. So you know, weak hands basically is what we're talking about.
Yeah, and there's a lot of FOMO that's running in the market. Because when people got in crypto back in December or last year, for example, all they saw was bullish runs. So they invest once and then they make profit the next month. That's not how markets work. Markets just don't go up all the time. It has to have some sort of pullback. But we're in a really good zone now with Bitcoin. As we discussed, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, we've got a zone around 30,000 to 28,000. Now, the two times that it's been to this zone, look what happens. It made an all-time high. Next time it came to the zone, it made an all-time high. So this here, we could be potentially seeing a third all-time high being created because we've seen it two times that buyers are interested at buying at this price with Bitcoin.
So is this a reason to get in? Well, it depends. If you're trading it, then yes. And if you have a strategy like we do, we just get in according to the strategy. No emotions. That's the whole point of having a strategy with rules. Follow the rules. And by the way, just coming back to Terra Luna, this just shows you just how early we are, just how the technology is still being built. They make mistakes. The infrastructure, everything is being built. We are still early. And that's why the opportunities are so big. This is why it's so exciting to be able to get in when you have a strategy.
That's it. And there's a lot of opportunities to buy. So we are seeing... But the ones that we are adding to our positions is we have crypto.com. Now we've entered that as 75% drop. Okay. So we've got our next entry here. AVAX, that's Avalanche. We are down at 65% drop. So as you can see, we took money as the market recovered and now we've got a new investment opportunity. So we've reinvested here. We've got Matic down 63%. And
so this is Polygon.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites to be fair. And I've got a good holding on Matic.
Okay.
Terra Luna, we're down, as you can see, over the last few days after this happened, we're down at 74% with Terra Luna now.
So I don't have a lot of Terra Luna, so that's the one that I'm probably going to be buying. Yeah. Do your own research, by the way. Use us, and that is why, please, make sure you do subscribe to this channel, because then you don't miss out on what we're talking about here. You'll see the results in a moment. You'll want to subscribe. Do it now. All right.
And then Engine Coin, we're down 82%. Hedera Hashgraph, we're down 79%, so we've had our next entry here. And of course, Ethereum, we're at 50%, so we've got a new opportunity, a new investment here. So it is all just about accumulation, but even though, yes, the market's bearish, there's a lot of positive news coming out, especially with Gucci. Did you hear about Gucci?
Well, I'll tell you why I heard about Gucci, because one of our staff came in here, right, one of the team, and said, you never guess what, Gucci is now accepting cryptocurrencies. I'm like, oh, so you're interested in cryptocurrencies now, are you? That was quite funny.
Yeah, or she's interested in Gucci.
Yeah.
It's one
big shout out here to Lexi. Yeah, well done.
But yeah, with Gucci, they are now accepting 10 cryptocurrencies, 5 stable coins, your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, and actually Dogecoin as well. So they are accepting Dogecoin as a payment method.
Which made me think for the very first time, shall I capitulate and buy some of the damn stuff? Keith, help me.
It's a tough one. I just think the reason that they put Doge there is because it's social proof. Okay, everyone knows about Doge. Everyone can easily buy Doge.
You know, Doge is just a copy of Bitcoin, just a little bit. Is it a little bit better, a little bit faster, a little bit?
A tiny bit.
Yeah, so actually it's not a bad coin. It's just because it was created as a joke, and it's actually not a bad coin, really.
There's a lot more development going on.
Well, this is it. There needs to be more development going on. I'm not sure that there is. Okay, what else?
So the next thing is we did have a new cryptocurrency.
Well, one thing, though, we need to talk about is Solana. Okay, because that's a layer 1, and as you know, they officially have 50,000 transactions per second, which is amazing. Guess what happened the other day? They had an outage, which should not happen. Why? No. Because, and this was for 7 hours, people weren't able to trade on it, which is bad, right? That's really bad. But you know why? Because they were spammed so much by bots buying and selling NFTs and things like that. Guess what happened? At 4 million transactions per second, it broke. Last time it broke, it was 400,000 transactions per second, which is amazing. That's a lot more than Visa does or MasterCard.
A lot more.
But 4 million transactions per second, the infrastructure is being built, my friends. This could be a cryptocurrency that people can actually use to transact all around the world if they can manage 3,999,999 transactions per second, but not 4 million. Blimey, I saw that as a positive. Nobody else did, but I saw that as a real positive, so that's amazing.
Yeah, and there's a lot of development in that space, and I say Solana is a good investment. So the one that I wanted to add today is GMT, so Stepan, and that is basically...
What is this GMT? Stepan? As in step to step?
Correct.
Go on,
correct.
Why is that? What's
so it's basically a social exercising app, which does... walk to earn, exercise to earn. So the more exercise you do, the more you earn coins. So
I kind of get that, but I don't get I get that. It's great, right? The more, so you'll want to be running around like crazy so that you get these things. But what's the business model, though?
The business model is,
Mind you, I didn't understand the business model with Facebook at the beginning either. I didn't buy it, and when it went, you know, and I don't understand the business model. I'm right. Oh shit! Yeah, I should have bought that.
I think in regards to the business model, it's more about there's a lot of focus on getting the public fit. That government wants people to get fitter.
Okay.
But it was just like, think about Fitbit. When Fitbit come out, who thought, oh, Fitbit, there's nothing about this. What's the business? How are they going to make money? All of a sudden, they're everywhere. So it could be...
because they sell something. Who's buying it?
So they have their own little apps which tracks what you're doing and then where you hold your coins.
All right, very good.
So
I think I might buy a little cheeky little, just to see whether it goes up.
That's it. Yeah. And from the current high, we're actually down around 59%. So that is our first entry today of 59%. So you can actually get in as...
Would you call this quite a high-risk investment, though? It's not a layer 1, layer 2, you know, it's...
Yeah, it is high risk. But remember, we in regards to...
Do your own research.
Yes. In regards to asset allocation, we have some that we do high risk on.
Sure.
So it could be a good one.
Okay.
So that's all we've got in regards to cryptos. Now, if we move on to our favorite VCAs, we've actually managed to take profits on 2 of them this week. So Johnson & Johnson, we've made 10%.
Great company. I mentioned that last time. Such a blue chip, yes.
Great company here. So we made 10% on Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
Activision. So Activision Blizzard, we've been taken out at 20% profit.
I mean, we should have raised our stop loss.
A lot more from...
Oh, okay, it just looked like it just from the angle, but okay,
so
maybe not.
We got down at 44% and then the market gapped up and we've just recovered at the 20% here. The next ones that we're looking at is Beyond Meat. We have our new entry at 78%.
Okay, we've been in this one several times now. This is like the 3rd or 4th time since we started officially tracking our results. So, yeah, I mean, why not?
And Absolutely. It's everywhere. They've got partnerships with McDonald's, Burger King's, KFC. So it's everywhere Beyond Meat now.
Yeah.
Here, Turtle Beach, we have added our next position at 60% down.
Okay. So we're adding now. That's on the new position. We're adding.
Yep. And Adobe as well. We've added at 45% drop.
Okay.
So they're the ones that we've looked at. The next one that we've got for a new position is Amazon. So with Amazon, it's currently down 36%.
All right, so Keith earlier was talking about some blue chips that have fallen. I present to you Amazon. Have you heard of it? This is one of those. Although they don't make that much money really in the retail part. That's the one thing that we've got to remember. The majority of their money comes from the EWS service.
Yeah, correct. But they've done a lot of acquisitions of companies as well. So they own companies, which then generate some profits. So Amazon, as Marcus said, a fundamentally blue chip company. Will it go to zero? No. Okay, we've got a 36% drop here, but if we look at the fundamentals, we are seeing a really strong market cap, strong income. Actually,
not massively overvalued.
Yeah, that's a bit of a shock. I thought it'd be more overvalued.
Well, it has come down a lot. Yeah. Anything which is around 1 means that it's fairly valued, and that is, that is, yeah, you're right.
It's pretty good.
Okay, but look at all of this, all very positive.
Yeah, so earnings per share is looking good for next year, next 5 years.
Yeah.
Good return on assets, equity and investment, and institutional ownership looks good. So overall, fairly strong blue chip company.
Strong, I have to say, strong. Okay, very good. Always with a strategy, of course. We're not using stop losses here. This is our long-term investment strategy. And so, that one is looking good. So, let's have a look at the results.
Perfect. So, in regards to the results, here we go. So, we are up 3% on our Buffalo. So, we're at now 56.5% on the total portfolio.
Yes, that's the total portfolio. And don't forget, we're already 3%, another 2%, whatever, locked in. And if it carries on that, and all of that will be added there as well, which means we're starting to get back on track.
Correct.
Okay, because that should be a little bit more than that at the moment. Okay, then the VCA, 1,000% of the money invested. So we've hit it for the very first time, 1,000% on our stocks. Congratulations, Keith, on the money invested. Cryptos, of course, a lot more, but that hasn't moved a lot recently, just because the market's been down. 1,500% of the money invested, and our small cap, which is a little bit more risky, but boy, is it worth it, is 4,320% on our money invested. And by the way, this is really important that you do several things. One, make sure that you do subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on these kind of results. And if you want to know how to get started on your journey, remember the I Am Insider. This is our newsletter. Every 2 weeks we send it to you to get you started. And lots of things on there. I'm sure you can think of some as well, but you get all of my books. I've got 3 books. The mindset one is, for me, the most important one, but the Lunchtime Trader and the cryptocurrency one as well, and others as well. Anything else?
Just online courses, video
courses. Just online courses? You get online... Look, make sure that you check out below the I Am Insider newsletter every 2 weeks. We've been working so hard to make sure that we give you the best of the best of the best. Start you on your journey to start getting these kind of results. So go ahead and do that now. Give us a like as well when you have a second, and we look forward to seeing you next week on Trades of the Week.